Well, Jim, congratulations. How pleased about that one are you?
It was a great game and a great atmosphere, and I thought the whole occasion was brilliant. Tough side. It was just a really good football match. I expected it, and I think everybody played a part, including the crowd.
Some great goals as well today. You must be pleased for Niall Bell getting off the mark after 10 minutes. I know you took him off at half time, but it was a great confidence booster for him to score early.
Yeah, no, Niall's on his way back from 2 injuries. He's had a little problem with, I think we're not exactly sure, his glute or his hip, which is causing pins and needles, and his shoulder, which he dislocated early in the season. And we've been, I think Luke and Nick have done a brilliant job getting him back up to speed, and I think we've seen that in training. We've seen it on Wednesday as the match winner and that, and again he's imposed that physical power on the opposition. We expect them to play free at the back, so we wanted to give them that simple job of sitting in the middle and getting behind the defence, and he took his goal brilliantly. What we were conscious of is that Frank was feeling really good, so I didn't want to overwork Niall, because I thought they were starting to play a bit more and giving our centre forwards a run around. So I just thought, sensible thing. He's done brilliant for 45. It's nice to have him back, the real Niall Bell back, and Frank wanted to play a part, so it was kind of an easy change really, but Niall might have wanted another 10 or 15 minutes, but I thought if Frank starts the second half with the right mentality, then we'll go and impose ourselves on him.
And if you talk about good finishes, I mean, it was a masterclass from Matty Warburton today, wasn't it? 2 quality goals from him. Yeah,
I think Matty struggled a little bit in the first half, but we often have this when the game is quite tight, quite competitive. The game was a game of chess today, because I think we dominated for 50 minutes and really imposed our shape on them. They then asked the keeper to go down injured so they could have a team meeting, after which they changed shape. They started to I've seen Stevenage and Dini Marmary at Nuneaton do the same thing, which is fine if the referee's going to allow it. They changed the shape. They started to be a bit more composed, play out from the back, and start to probe a little bit more, and I thought they edged the second half of the first half. So we had a good chat about what we were going to do, tried to impose ourselves on them, but it was a bit of a ding-dong, and like I said, we had to keep making subs to counteract each other, but regardless of the tactics, it comes down to effort, it comes down to quality, it comes down to people that can finish. So it's nice for Matty to be a match winner, because in the first half I thought he struggled to get an opening, struggled to get on top of Dini and stop him playing. But he just needed to keep at it and just find those little gaps and keep doing what Matty does, which is sniffing out opportunities in between the lines, horizontal, vertical, between defenders, and he did that really well.
You'd just taken the lead at 2-1 and felt you needed to make a change. Scott Duxbury you brought off, and you went to a back three, almost as I suppose matching Telford. Tell us a little bit about that transition in the team.
No, we'd already gone to a back three. Sam Minahan was playing narrow alongside Ash, and because Amari Morgan Smith come on, so they were going back to their kind of stocks formation of playing 2 central strikers who were individually and as a pair a handful. So we already had Sam narrow as a free, with Adam and Scott as the wing back. So Adam did brilliant because he was playing wing back and winger at the same time. But Scott was on a yellow. He made a clumsy challenge, and then he made another, which they were trying to milk. Again, a bit of play acting from the 9, trying to get him booked again. And I thought that I couldn't take the risk that Scott would. I think this happened previously in the game, and I think altered him in the FA Trophy, and I had to take him off because I'm not sure I could trust him to go through the game without having to commit another foul. So Sam Minahan, who Lewis did really well, but I thought there was some real contenders for man of the match, and I think Sam Minahan was one of them. Went from right centre back to right centre back to left wing back to back over to right back when they changed to a front three. So, like I said, when you got players like Sam who are adaptable and nod the head when you ask him to do something different, and it's great. So, but yeah, I think we had to make that change because what we couldn't afford to be was down to 10 men.
You and I talked earlier in the season. You said one of your targets was to do better against the top 6, top 7 sides, and obviously Telford are right up there, and they made it really hard for you at the end there. You said there they finished with 3 centre forwards on the pitch, and it needed a real match-winning save, didn't it, from Ben Hinchliffe in the last minute? Yeah,
I was really disappointed for Daz because we work on the bounce throw in, and he's took a touch and had a steal, and all. There's always a threat on the counter attack. We've got a bit of a muddle at the back, and they've got that threat, and they've hurt teams this season with them 2 running behind, and great play from one to play the other. He had to take a touch, but Ben's come out and made himself massive, and great save. And it was probably nice for him to be able to be involved in part of the action that shows everybody what all the qualities we have. So I was disappointed with the goals that we conceded, and we need to tidy up on a few things. But ultimately, I think the tactics, the players' efforts, the energy, the imposed air qualities on them, and I thought it's a great win because as far as I can remember, it creates a 9-point gap between ourselves and 9th. I think a lot of our fans would be more interested in what Chorley are doing, but I'm interested in what Spennymoor are doing, and everybody's doing. So a lot of games to be played. So we're all back to work on Monday, preparing for Tuesday, because Southport, I believe they've had a draw today, but they'll be desperate for a win. So we've got a really tough game against a full-time side who are desperate for points. So a lot of work to be done on Monday in preparation for that, and hopefully we have a great backing again and an exciting game like we've had today.
You said last week it's not always about winning every game, it's about an unbeaten run, and I don't know if you're aware, but that unbeaten run now is extended to 13 league games, which is a new post-war record for Stockport County. 72 years, you've got to go back to 1937 for the last time that County managed a 13-game unbeaten run, and of course they were title winners that year as well.
Well, that's a nice analogy. I mean, again, we've even last week against guys that we wanted to sort of gamble to win the games, because we did this in previous seasons where the teams that are down there, we wanted to gamble, because sometimes a draw is 2/3 of defeat. But what's probably most impressive about this current run is the amount of wins. So I'm really pleased with the lads. As a sort of my post-match was easy, commending them for all their efforts. I think it would be easy for me to say that this is the best quality squad that I've had at this club in the last 3 years. But I said it post Nuneaton. And I think people are starting to realise perhaps why I was frustrated and why I made that statement. So all credit to all the staff and all the players, because they're doing everything professionally, and we might not be the complete full-time side or club yet, but we're certainly showing all the hallmarks of a very, very professional outfit, and that's shown in the results.
It's a great win, and congratulations on the record. Great stuff.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.